How's it going, YouTube? It's 220 Prepper here, and I got another video for y'all today. So, this video is pretty much why people say you can't survive alone. But a lot of people will just say, oh, you can't survive alone, that's that. You need people with you. And they won't actually elaborate as to why. You'll just be left with some vague answer saying you need people. So this video pretty much is going to elaborate as to why you can't survive alone. And it just boils down to a handful of things. One, you're only human. I mean, you could be one of the rare people that, you can hunt, you can track, you can skin animals, you can purify water, you can build things. I mean, you can do everything on your own. The problem is you have nobody to watch your back. If you have a bunch of people, you've got a small group, you can sleep in shifts so everybody can watch at some point in time and everybody can get rested. If you gotta use the bathroom, you have somebody that can keep an eye out on whether it be other people or animals or whatever the case may be. You're only human. You can only do so much. And I fall victim to that sometimes. I know how to do a lot and I try to do a lot, but I've got my limitations, same as everybody else does. And that's one thing that people don't really mention. You've got to know your limitations. If you are a blacksmith, you're really good at building things. You're a blacksmith, you're an engineer, you're a mechanic. That's all well and good. Maybe you don't know how to hunt. Maybe you can hunt, but you can't use every piece of whatever animal you kill. Yet somebody else does. And that person, if they're not in your group, or you don't know anybody that does, you're not going to be able to utilize the deer that you killed to its full potential. And honestly, it's just minor things like that. The other reason that people say that you won't survive alone is, again, you're human. Once you reach your limit, you're going to be exhausted. You need to be able to rest. And again, I know not everybody agrees with this, but you've got to rest. You can only do so much before your body will break down. You can only do so much without sleep before your body will break down. And that's what a lot of people seem to be missing. Because they are great trackers. They are great mechanics. They're former military. They're great soldiers. They can do a lot. But they can only do so much before their body says, not anymore. Or your body says, I need rest. And it doesn't have to be some major group, 15, 20 people. It doesn't have to be that. It could be a core group, 6, 7 people, and that's that. And the problem is, if you would have ever come across another group, a malicious group, people with not so good intentions, you can't fight all those people off by yourself. There's a lot of people out there, yeah, they are great fighters. You can go onto YouTube and find videos, people fighting 3, 4, 5 people, keeping them at bay. But the problem is they have the numbers. You may have the skill, but they've got the numbers. And as much as people don't want to admit, numbers really do matter. Now, again, I'm not going to say go and get you a group of 15, 16 people. Get you people that you can trust. Diversify your group. Diversify who you work with. Just so that not one person has to do every single thing. If you've got a group of 5 people, and one person can build things, one person can find water, one person can do this, one person can hunt, that's all you really need, But the notion that you can go out and be a one-man army, as a lot of people have that notion, and it's just wrong. Because as you can go out and be that one-man army, but you as a one-man army will not get as much done as everyone else. And it's just it's simple. I mean, it's mechanics. You can only do so much by yourself. I mean, it doesn't matter who is in your group. You can get the training now. You don't have to learn on the fly. You don't have to wait for shit to hit the fan. You can go out and learn to build things now. You can go out, spend some time in the woods, making a fire, learning how to purify water. You can do things like that now. It doesn't even necessarily have to be your closest friends or anything like that. It's just people that you can work with. It could be the nice lady at the leasing office of your apartment complex. It could be anything like that. You just need the extra people. You will always need the extra help. And that's something else. Extra help. What are you going to do if you're by yourself and you come across some form of like a supermarket that nobody managed to loot? You're going to sit here and make 9-10 trips of supplies? Or you're going to get 2 or 3 people to carry back all the supplies for your group? It's a lot easier working with multiple people than it is to work with just one. And that's another thing. Like, work smarter, not harder. You see that all the time. If the roadway is blocked because a tree fell down, 4 or 5 people can help break that tree apart much faster than just one. And depending on what happened, what type of apocalypse it is, civil unrest, zombies, weather, whatever, everybody, at some point in time, people are going to run out of food. At some point in time, people are going to run out of water. And they need to find more food, more water. And they may come across you hauling your supplies. And when you're hauling your supplies and it's just you, if they track you or they take the supplies from you and they confront you to take your supplies, that's that. You've got nobody to support you. Nobody to be able to back you up. Nobody to help them back down. Maybe you can talk your way out of it. Maybe you can. But do you really want to risk it? Find some like-minded, even if you don't have too many people that you know, find like-minded people. They're out there. Social media, Facebook, the Warrior Tribe, things like that. They're all conduits to help you find more people. They are there so you do not have to survive alone. They are there because if shit ever hits the fan, you have somebody that can help you. It's 220 Prepper and I'm signing off.